what causes guys to be so interested at first, then act distant? What limiting belief could it be, and how can I fix it? In this video, I'll tell you exactly what you're doing wrong and how to fix it. So guys, I'm Loz. If you've not met me before, I've been on TikTok a long time, YouTube maybe 2 years, and I teach you to uncover your subconscious thinking that's ruining your fucking lives, especially your relationships. And this is one of the biggest things that I notice that happens with my following, that they're interested at first and then they get distant, act distant. The thing is, guys, they're not. I'll say that again. They're not acting distant. Does anyone know what I mean by they're not acting distant? Can anyone tell me on here who's live with me at the moment why I just said they're not acting distant? Tell me. Because a lot of you don't know the answer to this, and that's where you get stuck. So why would I say they're not actually acting that way? Yes, they are reflecting me, yes, because they're reflecting you. But then what are you doing? They're only reflecting us, yes, they're reflecting us. But then why would you think they're doing that? Why would you assume distance or them acting distant? They are just a mirror of your thoughts, right? So if they are just a mirror of your thoughts and you've assumed, you've decided that they are acting distant, that's just your assumption made manifest. You're reading into what they're doing and you've labelled it, you've sticky noted it. You've got a sticky note like this and you've gone distant, acting distant. He's acting distant. Is he? Or is he just at work? Is he? Or is he just not returning your text? Is he? Or is he just with his mates out for drinks? Is he? Or is it just been a couple of hours and you're fucking spiraling? A lot of you assume distance when it hasn't even fucking happened. And you read into it assuming that's what's happening. You've got to stop and think, why would I assume someone is acting distant? What am I reading into with my lens over my eyes from my childhood experiences, or as this person said, my limiting beliefs, that's causing me to assume they're acting distant? Now, I could be the same person in that same situation with that same guy and assume something completely different from what I'm seeing based on my limiting beliefs. But you've assumed distance. Now, think about it. If someone's acting distant, what self-concept belief could you have that would cause you to think a person's pulling away or being distant? What does that imply? So you guys have been here long enough to know that I teach you about self-concept, and you've got to uncover why you think the things you do. You're looking amazing. Oh, thank you, Nat. Not chosen, yes. What else could it be? If someone looks like they're leaving you, or not choosing you, yeah, you're not good enough. So it could be a combination of things. Could be you feel not chosen by them, like they're choosing their work over you or not prioritizing you. You feel like they're talking to other people. You're assuming they're talking to other people. You could feel like you're getting abandoned because you were abandoned as a kid, yes. You could feel not good enough for them to give you attention. You could be assuming they're not giving you the love and attention you crave. And then you assume from those assumptions in your own mind distance from what you're seeing them doing. And all it could simply be is that they came in hot and heavy at the beginning, and then it kind of cooled down, because sometimes things aren't as hot and heavy after a while. Sometimes you go into the kind of like cozy period, the nesting period, where you're not texting each other every single day and sending each other dick pics and doing all these things. You're kind of cooled down. And instead of allowing it to be the way it is, you're assuming things with the lens over your eyes that aren't even fucking happening. That's the first thing. So sometimes the distance isn't even happening and you're just assuming it is. Then there's a second thing that can happen where there actually is distance and they are actually acting distant. So you've got to figure out, am I actually just assuming distance, or they actually are acting distant? Either way, it's come from you. So if you force them into acting distant with your shitty thoughts and your actions, a lot of you take actions that you don't realize you're taking, like pursuing heavily or constantly texting or double texting or asking them where they've been or why they can't see you tonight or blah, 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 and you're actually pushing them further away with your actions from fear. You're acting from fear and then you push them away, or you're just reading into something that isn't even actually happening. And only you can decide that. Are you reading into something that actually isn't happening? Or are you actually pushing them the fuck away with your thinking and your actions? And a lot of the time, you guys don't realize you're even doing it with your actions. Oh, but I just looked on social media to see what he was doing. I saw he posted some stories, but he didn't look at mine. Why are you looking? Oh, because I haven't heard from him, so I wondered what he was doing. If you're married, would you be checking your husband's stories? No, I wouldn't. Why are you doing that? Why aren't you living in the end? If he loves you, wants to spend time with you, you're happily married. Oh, because I'm freaking out and looking at the how this is all going to come about right now. Well, go to the end, please. A lot of you don't go to the fucking end, and it just drives me absolutely crackers that you don't. Sorry, someone just sent me a message. And what you're doing is worrying about the middle. If you were at the end, the very, very end of you and him together, you and her together, would you worry about if there was a bit of a period where they seemed to be acting distant? There are so many stories where people seem to be acting distant and end up married because the person didn't freak out in the cooling down stage, or they were busy with work stage, or they had to go and spend time with their children stage, or whatever was going on at that time. They didn't freak the fuck out. And some of you freak yourselves out, and then they actually do pull away from you, and then you wonder why they've fucking disappeared because you've acted like a fucking nut. If you guys can't control your reactions in your relationships, if you can't control even your reactions in your own brain, then you've really got some work to do. Then you've also got some work to do if you're just reading into shit that isn't even happening. You could have just met someone and they're busy with work, and you text them the next day after you first met them and they don't text you back for 2 days, and you freak out after those 2 days, and all it is they're trying not to act too keen and they're busy with work and they've only just fucking met you. And you freaked out like a motherfucker. And then what you've done is when you start freaking out, like you could send a message, a triggered message, like, oh, don't you want to talk to me? Or, well, okay, then I guess you're not interested. And the guy's just like picks up his phone and thinks, oh, well, I've had a lucky escape with this psycho. And all they were doing was acting cool. And they didn't really know you yet, and they had no reason to text you straight away, and they were at work or whatever. And you freaked the fuck out, and then you scared the living shit out of the guy, and the guy was like, see ya, or block. She sounds like a nut. Some of you do that, and you don't have any control over your reactions to life and your triggers, and you're still getting triggered by shit. And then you're reading into what they're doing based on your eyeballs that you're putting on the situation, the sticky note you've stuck on them of distance or pulling away or not wanting me, or he's a player, or he just used me for sex, or whatever the fuck it is that the sticky note says that came from your fucking brain, and all the guy is doing is not calling you back, or all the guy is doing is being at work, or all the guy is doing is acting a bit distant because you were acting like a fucking nut before. You know what I mean? Guys, if you can't assess yourselves, if you can't be a fucking adult and stop yourself and go, am I reading into shit? Am I sticky noting this poor guy with a whole lot of crap that came from my childhood that has absolutely nothing to do with him because I was abandoned as a kid, and I'm assuming this guy's abandoning me too, and I'm assuming I'm not wanted, and the poor guy's just at work? Fuck me, what am I doing with this? I'm fucking up my own life with this stupid sticky note I'm sticking all over this guy I barely know. And if you do know them, then why are you fucking it up? If you've been in a relationship with them a long time, thank you for the hat, darling, why are you assuming the worst? Why aren't you assuming the best? Some of you assume the absolute worst with people. You think it's going well, and you start reading into it with the glasses of it's going badly again, they're pulling away, or he's using me, or he doesn't want me just like the last guy, and then they get exhausted by you. And then they say things like, oh, I'm not that last guy you're with who you couldn't trust, who cheated on you. Or, you know, you're a bit much for me. Or, I told you I love you. Like, how many different ways can I tell you? And then they just go, oh. And if you have someone say, you're too much, or I can't do this anymore, or you deserve better, or la fucking la. It's just their big fat excuse out of their mouth to say, you're acting like a nut. This has nothing to do with me. I've literally done nothing. You've read into a whole lot of shit I'm not even doing, and I don't have time for this bullshit. This bullshit came from your own brain. Goodbye. Then you go to your dumb friends and bitch about, oh, it's happened to me again. It happened again. And then they'll go, oh, men are trash. And you go, yeah. And then by some miracle, you'll meet me. And I'll say, No, it wasn't. It was your shit from childhood that you get abandoned all the time and you assumed they were abandoning you and you fucked it. Oh, so he wasn't really pulling away. No, the guy barely knows you just met him, or it's 6 months into the relationship and it's cooled down a bit, like why are you reading into it? Or he told you he was busy at work, why are you freaking out? Oh, it was me all along. I was sticking him with sticky notes. Yeah, they're your fucking sticky notes. So guys, when you're doing that, throw the sticky note away before you completely fuck up your relationship and they say, see ya, or block, or never return your calls. It's all you, guys. It's all you. Like, it's all you. I don't know how many different fucking ways I can say it. And if you come to me and you say, he's acting this way, I'm just like, when I talk, am I talking in Chinese? Like, how are you not hearing me? That this is just your shit reflected. And the way he's acting is what you're assuming. Another girl could see him acting distant and not even assume it's even happening. And she just thinks, oh, he's busy with work and you're freaking out because your dad left. Either way, who do you think is going to get the guy? Love your nails. Oh, thank you, darling. Just got them done. Right? So, guys, you've got to get a handle on your own fucking brain. And if you think they're acting distant, that's what your assumption is. And guess what? It will be made manifest in your reality, and then they'll distance even more, and then they'll probably say, see ya, and then they'll leave. And then you have to come and do coaching with me or something, and then someone will finally say to you, you did that. And then you might fucking wake up. Right? All right, guys, go back to the beginning. You're glowing today. Oh, thank you. Hang on, guys. Hang on. I'm going to the very top. Who's here? I can see Kat's here, Kay's here, Hannah's here. Hannah, our winner of my coaching. My last 2 coaching sessions ever. Loz, you look like money. Oh, thank you, Kay. Well, I have my hair done and my nails done. Loz is live. Yes, I'm here. Hang on, guys. Hang on a moment. I'm going up to the top. Wait a moment. God, there's so many questions here. Christ. Not a priority. Yep, rejected. Everyone leaves me. Yep, these are all the beliefs, guys, that will make you think someone's pulling away. In this case, should I focus on self-concept or visualize us living in the end? Both, Lana. So you're the one who answered the question. So in this case, you've got to assess, why am I assuming the distancing? What in me is making me think that? What is the lens I'm sticking over my eyeballs right now? That's the self-concept bit. That's the key. Oh, I'm assuming he doesn't want me because I have a dad who left. And so every time someone looks like they're pulling away, which they're really not, I put that assumption over my eyeballs and read it that way, and they're not actually doing those things. Or I fear I'm getting rejected because I feel not good enough, and then I think he's rejecting me and he's not doing anything of the sort. I've got to stop those thoughts. And then you've got to go within and change the thinking, yes, and visualize you and him together, or affirm you and him together, or just see you and him together in stories, or describe it in your mind however you want, but forget about the middle. This is the middle, guys, and you keep fucking with the middle and fucking up the middle, a lot of you. Not prioritize, yes, exactly. Hi, Loz, SP coming on Monday. I was supposed to pick SP up from the airport and just made an ultimatum. Oh, my God. Let me read this because I'm about to lose my shit. Hi, Loz, SP coming on Monday. I was supposed to pick SP up from the airport and I just made an ultimatum in case he doesn't let me pick him up. Oh, good one, darling. So you acted like a complete psycho in case of emergency. So this is what you're saying to him. I am so emotionally fucked up that I've assumed you're going to not let me pick you up from the airport. And I've got such bad assumptions about you and about our relationship and about men in general and about myself that I've made the assumption that you're not going to let me pick you up. So I've given you an ultimatum as if it's your fault, my shit from childhood that's causing me to read into this situation, which has not even occurred yet. And now I'm acting like a full A-grade fucking stage 5 clinger saying, I need to pick you up in the airport, and if you don't let me, I'm going to put my foot down. And then he's going to go, you know what? I'll catch a fucking Uber. Bye. So good one, Jessica, good one. You've just vomited out of your fucking mouth with your ultimatum that some dumb dating coach told you to give him from your shit from childhood that you feel like he's not going to live up to your expectations, or he's going to abandon you again like he did last time, or some fucking bullshit that's got nothing to do with the poor guy. I'd be surprised if he ever even fucking speaks to you when he turns up. I wouldn't. I'd think, see you, bitch, you're a fucking nut. I haven't even done anything, and you're jumping down my throat and giving me rules like I'm a child, and I haven't even fucking done anything. Are you feeling okay? You fucking psycho. I'll call an Uber, and when you fucking calmed down and got over your shit from childhood, I'll be in the hotel. Right? Jesus, guys, some of you. Say yes. Say is at work instead of being dry. The more you dwell in the bad, the more it'll show. Guys, look, some of you are just reading into a whole lot of shit. Just say that at work. Say they've fallen down a well. I don't care what the fuck you say. Sometimes I feel anxious/pressured, thinking Christmas is near and SP and I still haven't resolved our problems. Guys, listen, that's why I have a Manifest What You Want by Christmas challenge in my squad at the moment. If you're feeling really down, if you're feeling really depressed, if you've got that time limit on you for Christmas or New Year's, come and join us because it's so supportive in there at the moment. It'll make you feel better and it'll make you realise that time doesn't matter, and it doesn't matter if they're not back by Christmas. You're going to know that they're going to be back at some point, but you've got to get your head together. And when you get your head together, then they'll be back. But your head obviously isn't together, Queenie. That's why they're not fucking back. Come and do the challenge with us. It's only $35 in the squad, guys. Rejected for the 20th time from ISP. Well, because you've assumed that, darling. He told me to move on 1 year in this, Loz. Oh, you know why, darling? Because you've got an assumption you're going to get rejected, and then he did. Are you going to listen to me? 1 year of this. So for one whole fucking year, and I was talking, were you actually listening to a word I was saying whilst you were listening to me for a year, or you've just been with him for a year on and off? Obviously, whatever you were doing for a year, you need to go and get your hearing checked because you weren't listening to a fucking thing I teach you. Jesus. You have a belief that you are rejected. What do you think is going to happen? Guys, please don't repeat your question. I sent him a paragraph. Oh my God, Jessica. I haven't in a while. I just say to myself, he replied with a, huh. I'd be replying with a block. I'm surprised the guy's even fucking talking to you, Jessica. Jesus Christ. Go and see your shrink. You're acting like an absolute A-grade loon. He hasn't even done anything. I'm giving him an ultimatum about the thing I'm assuming he's going to do badly, because when I was a kid, my dad was a real asshole and he used to be a player and cheat on my mum. So I've got this dominant assumption that all men are players and they're going to hurt me. So before they've even done anything, I assume hurt, and then I give them ultimatums and act like a fucking A-grade clinger and a psycho, and then I just get, and get blocked all the time. I wonder why. Then I give them paragraphs when I'm really fucking paranoid. Please watch all my videos, Jess, before the guy blocks you and never speaks to you again. Jesus Christ. Just think of it as another day and nothing really special. If that helps, guys, it's just another day. What you're talking about Christmas or your birthday, it's just another day. Oh, thank you, Marie, darling. How are you? SP got me back on Snapchat, but still not friends on Instagram. Guys, who fucking cares? Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, who gives a shit? Why are you giving so much meaning about, oh, he hasn't... I know people who are married who aren't even friends on Facebook. Doesn't mean anything. It only means what you think it means. Yes, Kay, darling, I'm here. Sometimes, oh my God, Queenie, if you repeat your question, I'm blocking you. Okay. Could this be the thing after a lot of time together also that makes them leave? Yes, guys, because if you've been together a long time and it was great at the start, and then it starts to get cozy and homey and nesting, and you start reading into it and thinking they're pulling away or not as romantic or don't love you as much or spending more time at work, you'll fuck it. And that's how relationships end. And they say, it wasn't the same anymore and he changed. He didn't fucking change. All your shit from childhood came up in your brain. You got triggered like a bitch and you fucked it up. Oh, yeah. I did that in the last relationship. Oh, my God. Wake up. Kat's here. Yes. My SP just got engaged, and this was from my fear of him when I wanted him back. Well then, darling, just imagine you and him together. If you fear they're going to get engaged, they fucking will. I fear my fears have come upon me. What do you guys think that means? Fix it. Hi, Loz. Looking great. Oh, thank you, Elena. Queenie, stop repeating your question. I get to the end. How can I attract being attractive and beautiful? I don't teach attraction, darling. I teach you to manifest, right? Manifestation is simply your mind made manifest. So what do you think about you? Do you think you're unattractive and not beautiful? Well, then you won't be to other people. They'll assume you're not. If you assume you're beautiful, everyone will comment on it. Start assuming you are. So start telling yourself you are. Get my Manifest Your Dream Body course, darling. It'll really help you. The thing is, my SP is a drummer and half of the week he's at work. Maybe that's why. Guys, look. Some people have really, strange jobs where they work nights, or thank you, Charlotte, darling, or they have to go on tour, or like my brother, he goes off 4 weeks at a time and his fiance has to wait for him to come back. Doesn't mean they don't love you any less. It just means that's their job. But if you read into it and have abandonment fears and all kinds of shit, you'll fuck it up. And it's simply their job. Right? Loz, I truly needed this live this second. Oh, good, darling. Glowing, Loz. Oh, thank you, Marie. I love the sticky note analogy. Guys, some of you are fucking it up with a whole lot of fucking sticky notes. I tell you what. My new fave phrase is, no one is here but me. That's great. No one is here but me. What's that expression? No one is here but us. Something or others. It's in a movie. I can't think what it is. Thank you for the LSAT, Kay. Love the LSAT. You all need to hear this. If you are anxious with your SP, your energy is probably insufferable to them. Guys, some of you literally drive them crazy with your shit. My brother was talking about a girl the other night who's seeing someone he knows, and he was like, her behaviour is so, like, her energy to be around is like insufferable. And he was just like, I can't stand it because she's so insecure. And he said, and my brother's a really secure person, and he was just like, I find this person like so hard to be around. So if that's what a guy who's not even in a relationship feels like with her, imagine what the guy in the relationship feels like. Right? And she's a lovely person, but she's got this massive insecurity. It was making people feel the ick. Hey, I love you so much. Oh, thank you, darling. You really make me accountable of my thoughts and my assumptions about my SP. Oh, wonderful, Jackie. Yes, that's what I'm trying to do, guys. Keep you accountable. And if you can't keep accountable, guys, and you do keep spiraling and you do keep assuming the worst and you do keep assuming the distancing, come and join the squad. It is only $35 a month. You can cancel anytime. You can just come and join for this month while we finish off the Christmas challenge, which won't finish till pretty much after Christmas. Then we're starting the Manifest Your Dream Year mini course on the new year, in the new year when it starts. Okay, and there's so many benefits in there, and there's Mentor Mondays. I'll have 2 coaching sessions this week. So actually tomorrow, thank you, darling, there won't be any Mentor Monday tomorrow as normal. I'm actually going to do 2 coaching sessions instead, so you can watch the coaching sessions live and watch the replays. And then my last ever 2 coaching sessions I am ever doing with anyone ever in the history of fucking time. Okay, and so you can watch those back as replays or come and join this week and join us live. One's going to be a UK time slot and one's going to be a US nighttime time slot. Hi, Loz, congratulations on $1 million in sales. Oh, thank you, Evan. Thank you, darling. Love that Christmas hat. Yes, so do I. My fear was he was going to get engaged quickly. Then he did. So do something about it. Kat, I can't stop myself with Loz and Sasha. I love putting hats on them. The timing of this live is gold after messaging SP. Don't worry about it, guys. Doesn't matter what you message. You could say fuck off and die and it doesn't matter. Loz is so serious with it. It makes me crack up with the hash. When you have a third-party problem, what's the main self-concept issue? You feel like you're not good enough, or you compare yourself to other girls, or you've got trust issues. Either way, you've actually made manifest someone in your reality taking your person away because you think they're takeawayable. Either they don't want you or you're not enough for them. Right? She hasn't realised I'm here yet. I do. Hi, Loz. I'm manifesting my SP. Things get better. We speak. He tells me he loves me and misses me. That's wonderful, darling. Don't tell me, then it changes. How can I attract being attractive and hot? You just decide you're attractive and hot, darling, and everyone will say it. If someone is distancing from you, instead of getting mad, ask yourself why they might want to. Well, why are you making that happen? Exactly. How are you making that happen? This is actual golden. What is this? When I'm serious and I've got the hat on. Hi, Paula. But I have guys giving me princess treatment, but zero with my SP wants me to move on. How is that my self-concept? Because you've got a really shitty story about him, darling. Got to get back and begging. So, guys, if everyone is reflecting your new self-concept, but your SP isn't, you've got a really fucking strong story about them not wanting you or not wanting a relationship or being a player or some fucking bullshit you're still holding on to. You haven't forgiven them and you've got a story about them you need to immediately change. And until you change that story, it won't change. That's what the whole of back and begging is about. It's on my website, guys, in my link tree. So how do you stop your mind from self-sabotaging things? I try so hard to be positive. We're not trying to be positive, Thomas. This is not the aim here. It's not positive thinking we're doing. What we're doing is changing our dominant thinking. You can say, I'm happy, I'm positive. It won't do shit. You've got to think, well, what am I really thinking? Oh, men leave, women leave. I get rejected. I'm not good enough. I'm not tall enough. I'm not smart enough. Women don't want this kind of guy. They want that kind of guy. I'm not the kind of guy women want. And then they won't want you. That's your dominant assumption. That's what you've got to change. Right? You've got to know what it is. If you don't know what your dominant assumptions about yourself is, your self-concept, come and get a Kick-Ass You, which is my self-concept course, guys, and it's got an assessment in it. It's only $145, and in it, it will assess what you're actually thinking if you guys aren't sure, if you don't know what that is that you're doing in the back of your mind there that's fucking everything up, that's sabotaging things, because we don't know. That's the problem. I'm on my mental diet. I'm already happily married to my SP. Oh, wonderful, darling. Congratulations. It's a story you have about him. He's reflecting it. Exactly. SP came back after 8 months, no contact, and Loz is right. It's all us. Oh, Marie, really? Wonderful, darling. Whatever you're doing, keep doing it. That's wonderful. Like, I already changed my reactions, so I just don't understand that part. No, Di, you got a really fucking shitty story about him. I'm sorry. Go and get back and begging. You're fucking lost. Stop blaming him for your problems. Your nails are matching, Loz. Yes. Oh, our nails are matching. Oh, you've got the same nails. But there is still a third party. Sometimes I get really angry and want to give up. What should I do? Why are you getting angry? It's your fault. Guys, I don't mean to say fault. You caused it, not your fault. You caused it. So what were you thinking that caused a third party to come along? I'm not good enough. He's a player. He wants other girls. He doesn't want me. He doesn't want a relationship. Other girls are better than me. Blah, 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 blah. Third party. Go and watch all my videos on third parties, please. Love your nails. Oh, thank you. What's this? I love all your posts. Oh, thank you so much. Telepathic ick. You have them on a pedestal and they feel it. Guys, they really fucking do. That is who I am. I'm on my self-concept majorly. Good, darling. How can I attract being attractive and pretty? Stop saying that, darling. I've answered you. Watch this back on YouTube. That's right, but if you have a negative story about him, that will manifest. Exactly. If he blocked me, what self-concept issue is that? I don't recall thinking he would do that. Guys, listen. None of you half the time think they're going to do what they do. But what are you thinking in the back here, in the back of your mind? What's the tape running in here that's saying, I'm not good enough? Men leave me. Things don't work out for me. You're going to fuck this up like you fucked up the last one. What's playing back here? What's the record? I get hurt, I get hurt, I get hurt. You can't hear it. Turn the sound up. What am I thinking about there? Oh, I'm thinking, he leaves, he leaves, he leaves. They always leave, they always leave. You always fuck it up, you always fuck it up, you always fuck it up. Oh, fuck, I'm thinking that. Oh, my God, was I thinking that? Oh, yeah, I was. I was thinking the whole time. I was playing in the back of my mind the whole time. It's like a broken record, guys. You can't fucking hear it. If you don't know what that broken record is, go and get Kick-Ass You, please, because it will help you. It'll assess you. I just got my nails done. Oh, wonderful. At Adam, everyone is expecting you. Who's Adam? What's he saying? You're looking absolutely beautiful. Oh, thank you, darling. You're great. Oh, thank you, Lisa. Yeah, because your reality is your consciousness objectified. You're dominantly conscious of the bad. Guys, if you're dominantly conscious of the bad will keep happening. Just decide all good shit's only happening now. Is it worth manifesting someone who doesn't want me? You think they don't want you, Adam, so they won't. The end. Stop assuming they don't want you. Opinion on dinosaurs. I love dinosaurs. You know what? I'm so blonde that I went to the Natural History Museum in London and I walked around with my dad for about 3 hours. And after about 3 hours, I said, aren't all these replicas amazing? And he went, what do you mean? They're real bones. They're real dinosaurs. I was like, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. A real blonde moment. I honestly thought I was looking at like fake bones. And then he was like, these are bones they've dug up. He looked at me like I'm so super thick. And I was like, why did I think they were? I don't know why. I don't know where I got that. And they were like the whole dinosaurs, with the whole tail, the head, everything. And I'm thinking, what I was thinking. What was going on in my head that day? Was I drunk? I don't know what was going on. It was such a weird thing to say. What's this? Does anyone know if it's too late to join the Christmas challenge? No, guys. So listen, we're only on day 15 and it's going on past Christmas because I'm keeping it going up to New Year's because I know how paranoid some of you are because things aren't here yet. So we're doing posts every day. We've got a whole lot of posts coming out and then it goes straight into the Manifest Your Dream Life Challenge, Manifest Your Dream Year Challenge next year, okay, as soon as the year drops, the new year drops. So come and join us, guys. It's only 35. The bones are that impressive, it's easy to think they've been made. That's what it was, Ben. It was so unbelievable that you were standing under this gigantic Tyrannosaurus Rex and they're like 3 stories high and you're standing there thinking this can't be for real. And then you realise, oh my God, that's real. And they've managed to get all the bones. Like, and I wanted to be an archaeologist when I was a kid. Like, how did I not put 2 and 2 together? But like, I was like, I think I was so in awe of it. I was just walking around like, And then I was like, that can't be real. I think that's the reaction I had, this can't be real. Because I was so in awe of it. I was like, this is the most amazing thing I've ever seen. And then I was like, and my dad was like, of course they're real. How embarrassing. What the fuck with. It's all working out for me. Yes, guys, say that. I don't know how I can manage all the same time. My new self-concept, live in the end and change the SP story. Okay, Emma, give up then. Bye. Guys, I don't know, get a handle on your fucking brain. Oh, it's too hard. I don't think I can do it. Okay, then you can't. If you think you can't, you can't. If you think you can, you can. I thought they were fake as well. No, they're not. I'm glad someone else thought that. No, they're real. The whole museum is full of real bones. And there was a tree there that had these rings in it. I obviously knew the tree was real. And the rings went back like 1,000,000 years. And it was like, this tree rings. And it was like, that was fucking amazing. And it was showing you like BC, before G, like, it was amazing. It's the most amazing museum you'll ever go to in your life if you're into natural stuff. I joined the squad a few weeks back. I'm silently taking part. Oh, you don't have to silently take part, darling. Yeah, that's wonderful. Thank you so much. Oh, what are we saying? What is Charlotte saying? Do you have any examples of the opposite? I do have this sometimes. What are you saying? What are you asking, Charlotte, about what? Keep manifesting. You must replace them. Yeah, replace the thoughts. Not a blown moment. I would think the same. Honestly, it was so impressive. I think that's one. Can I do all 15 in one day? I keep seeing the notifications and never do it. 15 what? Oh, you mean about all the things in the challenge? Yeah, you could sit down and do all the little challenge things in one day if you really wanted to, really challenge yourself. Go ahead, guys. But you can be behind. A lot of people are starting on day 1 today. Don't worry about it. Do it at your own pace. It'll all still stay in there. We're not pulling it out. It's going to stay in the squad, I think. Oh, is it? Or does it come out at the end of... No, it comes out at the beginning of January. It comes out at the beginning of January. What am I saying? Like all the other mini courses and things. What does it mean when you see someone who looks like your SP? Guys, you could just be looking everywhere, like someone dies and you think they're still alive, and you look over and you see someone and then you realise it's not them. You're looking for them everywhere. That's your reticular activating system, looking for them. It's like you think an angel number like 222 is important, and then you notice 222 everywhere. It's just your reticular activating system actually noticing people who look like your SP, darling. It actually doesn't mean anything, but you can give it the meaning that he's coming. What's this? Can you talk about manifesting health and ignoring the symptoms? The symptoms is just the 3D, darling. You have a body, but you're not your body. So there's you and there's your body. There's your thoughts and there's your body. They're two completely different things. There's your I amness and there's also your thoughts, right? There's your I am, your thoughts and your body. 3 different things, actually. And you can decide to be completely separate from those 2 things. You don't have to think you're in pain and you don't have to be in pain. You can separate yourself. I have a body, but I'm not my body. I have a body, but I'm not my body. Tell yourself that every time you're in pain. And then tell yourself you're well. Tell yourself you don't have pain. Use my overnight healing tape, darling, my Joseph Murphy healing prayer. It's in my sleep tapes on my YouTube. What's this? Loz, what does it mean when negative thoughts be popping out of nowhere when you start new affirmations? It's because your brain does not like the new affirmations, guys, and it will fight you like an asshole. That's all it means. It has been dominant, though, even though I've been focusing purely on me, even though I know it's a... What's this, Charlotte? What's that, Hannah? Each ball thing. What are we talking about? Please explain how thoughts are not me. Okay, let me explain this. You're sitting here and you hear yourself say to yourself, fuck, you're an idiot. Is that you saying that? So you're sitting there and you're looking at a message your SP sent you and you think, he doesn't love me. Is that you thinking that? Have you ever heard voices in your mind telling you certain things? That's not you. That's your voices. And a lot of you don't identify that they're different from you and you think they are you. And that's the problem. If you're really thrown by what I'm saying and you don't even get that, go and read The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. It's a hard slog sometimes listening to Eckhart, especially when he talks. He talks so fucking slow and takes 15 minutes to answer a question. But if you can get through his stuff, he explains very well the difference between you and your thinking. And what we're trying to change here is the you that you are. Because that thinking is fucking you, the you you're born as, up. These are all voices from your parents and caregivers and exes and people who hurt you. You. The voices that hurt you, the voices that talk to you and hurt you, the voices that try and tell you who you are, and you. 2 different things. And if you can banish these voices and change these voices and only have the voice of you, that is the key to life. And then everything changes. Trust me, guys. Everything. You're not good enough. You're a piece of shit. People leave you. Everything won't work out for you. Things always fuck up. Excuse me. Everything works out for me. Excuse me, I'm a fucking millionaire. I get everything I want. I'm in love with this beautiful person and they're in love with me and I get everything I want. Fuck you. Fuck off. And then they slowly but surely fuck off. And then there's just you believing the new thoughts about you that you decide you think. That's what I'm trying to teach you guys. If you can radically transform yourself and get rid of these thoughts, that's all I'm teaching you. And then the new you reflects out and then everything out here magically changes. And you think it's magic. But all it is you became the real you who doesn't have these shitty voices anymore. Bye. Just me. And I'm great. And I deserve everything. And I get everything I want. And then you will. All right, guys, I'm going to go. Thanks so much for joining me. I'm ending on that note because I think that's a good note to end on. If you want to come and join us in the squad and watch my last 2 ever coaching sessions I am ever going to do in the history of time, I'm never offering them again. You can come and join us this week in the squad. There's an English session, a UK and Australian time slot session, and a US one. I think it's going to be Tuesday and Thursday this week. We're deciding that, but I think that might be when it is. Okay, and then you can also come and join us in the Christmas challenge, Manifest What You Want by Christmas. It is only $35 to join the squad, guys. It also means you get 15% off all my focused and mini courses, and it's just a really supportive group. We have mentors in there. You can ask your questions every day. Everyone's so lovely and supportive and sweet and kind in there, and there'll be people you can talk to about manifestation, and you can join in the challenge even if you're behind. We're on day 15, and you can start from day 1. It doesn't matter, and we're continuing on, and then on New Year's, we're starting Manifest Your Dream Year, the mini course to really get your mind right, to get your shit in 2024. All right, guys. I'll see you soon. Bye, guys.